What's up, everyone? Pittsburgh Weiss Schwarz back again with Blue, finishing out Grisaia. Joined today by Brian.
I am here.
We also have the ghost of Andy, as we've had for every Grisaia video, and as well as our special guests, Ollie and Paru.
Hi.
Hello.
And we're just going to jump right into it. Brian, you want to read us this very important card?
I will read you this very important card. Level 0. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, you may mill 2. If there's a climax among those cards, you can choose a character. It gets 1,500. And this card is a JC for Grisaia trait character.
That goes to memory!
That goes to memory.
This is one of the best Level 0 profiles ever printed. I don't think I'm too crazy saying that.
This is the last one, right?
The last one, yes. They've never printed Memory JC ever again.
They only did 2, right? There's this and the Psychono one.
At a time, both Memory JCs were on the ban list. Now only one is on the JP ban list. When it comes to English, neither of these will be on the ban list. Probably
pretty wild that there's only 2 of these cards in existence and we're getting both in English, huh?
Yeah. The mill 2 power, Andy's note, is that the fact that 4 copies of Force Mill cards can kind of feel bad, but spot power is really important for Grisaia at 0. So hitting a climax doesn't feel terrible because their cards are generally pretty small. I'm with Andy. I think this card's an S. I think this is part of what makes Grisaia so dumb is they just slam down 3 junk cards. One of them's an anti-heal that goes to memory, and then they have like a utility card that they bounce back with JC, and they're at 2 memory. And then they play a single feeding, and then they're slamming bombs at you all game. That's like the dream.
Yeah, they go ooh ooh ah ah.
Yeah,
like
they go monkey mode.
The only thing that keeps them from being an S is like the fact that it's a Force Mill too, but it's like, dude, you would still not.
I think small JCs is like kind of a real downside.
Yeah.
Like obviously this card is still cracked, but like, you know, JC you want to attack with, and sometimes you are not milling a climax, and this card is either siding or.
I think for
you have to
the time when you use it and the cards that you target, cards like the feeding bonder, where like you open feedings, you can throw them, you play this, you bond, you bond to a feeding, and then you pop the card back for later feedings. It's like really gross. That's like the ultimate open. It's like you go second. You have this, you mulligan to feeding, you have the feeding bonder, and you have like the anti-heal. You slam this, the anti-heal, and the feeding, pry field, pop the feeding bonder back to hand to filter for another feeding later, and then you're at 2 memory. Pretty gross.
It's like the 2019 feeling of when you open Runner Ricky Clean Cut.
Yeah.
those are really fucking powerful turns.
You have all the options. You cannot be stopped. But yeah, cards fucking gross. I agree with Andy. Cards an S. If Paru gave it the big A+. A+.
Slightly larger A+.
Well, because she's got the A's going on, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Next card.
Oh, grapes.
We got this Yumiko.
That's a lot of grapes.
On play scry, self-tap search, brainstorm. Andy's note is, I like this brainstorm per profile a lot. In quotes, it's Shiro. Like from No Game, No Life, Andy's favorite set. Scry is useful throughout the game. Synergizes nicely with feeding. Yeah, that hits basically everything. This is your level 0 brainstorm of choice in set 1 Grisaia. It's usually like 2 of this, 1 of the Sachi level 1. Because everything else is salvaged, the fact that this is a search is pretty nice as well.
Yeah, it's also blue splash.
Yep, extra blue splash is always nice for this deck. Because you don't have a lot of blue. It's mostly just your finisher, which we get to talk about now. Ollie, go ahead.
Hey, we got this 3-2 Yumiko wearing the pretty dress. She's a stock healer on play, and then climax combo. On attack, you can pay 1. This gets 2k power, and you do one of the 2 effects. You can either stock swap your opponent or burn 1.
I will read Andy's hot take 3. This card is super overrated. Nice flexibility and low to the ground, but come on, Carmen, this isn't killing anyone. That's not the point! That's not the point. Yumiko is Kurumi light.
I don't even think
That
a
is my
take.
hot take. My hot take is that that Yumiko is Kurumi light. This card can randomly check win you games in similar ways that Kurumi can, because on attack stock swap for cheap cost is broken. I'll just leave it at that. Like the burn ones, whatever, but Grisaia is a 2-turn grindy deck, and the fact that this is a stock heal plays into that strategy because it does not fuck with any of your anti-heal stuff.
I think the combo is the least important part of this card, to be honest.
True.
The fact that it's on a pants, so you can keep looping your door, and the fact that it's a stock healer are the reason are why you play it. And
those are good.
Sometimes does something.
I do think the fact that she's Kurumi light is a real thing though. On attack stock swap can sometimes randomly steal games. But Andy's not completely wrong. It's not killing anybody on one turn. But unless your opponent is hopefully mid-level 3 already because you're slamming 2s and 3s into them all game. Alright, next card. Paru, go ahead.
We got Yumiko doing it's almost a Senjugahara pose. On play, you can clock a character from hand to look at up to 3, take a card to hand, and ditch the rest.
Andy says, nice toolbox cards, one of your only ways to draw into a climax. Not untrue.
That's fine.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Just clocking yourself is...
It either means nothing or it means everything.
Not something you want to be doing once. Not something you want to be relying on later on.
Very true.
But I guess if you're slamming damage in your opponent all game, maybe you don't care. I don't know.
Next. Back to Ryan.
Back to me. All right, guy on a bike, level 1, blue. When you play a climax, this card gets 1500 power. When this card's battle opponent becomes reversed, if the book is in your climax slot until the end of your opponent's next turn, this gains. When this card is front attack, you may choose one of your other characters and this card and return them to hand.
It's Koga.
It's Koga, yeah.
It's literally Koga, I think.
Andy's note, just play the JC. I agree.
So this is just Araragi, right? He's even got the bike?
I think that's the point. Yes.
Oh, shit.
Next.
He's way more Chad than Araragi, though.
1/1 bottom deck Adachi.
Ooh,
Andy's note,
card.
best zone for an Adachi. Yeah, you play this card. Extra
hell
blue.
yeah.
You play it. Alright, here's the Andy card.
All right, got more grapes. 2/1 Yumiko.
It's
combo.
her fruit. They all have their fruits of Grisaia.
Yeah.
You notice.
what
You
is
notice.
the
I
fruit?
revealed it. I revealed it. Yumiko has the grapes. Michiru has the lemon. Kazuki has the pear. Amane has the cherry. I forget what
What's a
Machina
Grisaia?
has, but nobody cares. But
Kids drop. Oh. Wait, what is a
Machina's
Grisaia?
Machina's route. It's the Grisassi. Machina's route is just Yuji's route, actually.
I don't actually know if Grisaia means anything. Anyways, 2/1 pants combo or book combo. I'm sorry. When the book is placed on the climax zone, if this is in the front row, you'll attack out your deck. If it's a Grisaia character, choose X number of your opponent's characters during this turn. It gets -2k power. X number of your 2/1 combo.
Yep.
So you play down 3 of these things and you just blow everything
It's
Yeah, it's
kind of
basically
like
like-
Aerosmith. Andy's note, hot take 4. Very confident in this one. Not as good as Aerosmith, but much, much better set. Choice triggers make this feel less bad in matchups where you don't use the combo. I was running this in my final set 1 build. Look forward to my deck tech with this card. I am a believer.
Wait,
This
we're
is an
hot takes
Andy
one
card.
too.
They were listed. You weren't paying attention.
Okay.
I've seen Andy play this deck. It's like Aerosmith is good when it's good. That's all I gotta say about Aerosmith. It's good when it's good. When it doesn't get there, it doesn't get there. When it's against a deck that doesn't care, you know,
I think you have
is what
better
it
things
is.
to be doing than playing Aerosmith combo in this set compared to JoJo's.
But it is a better set to play Aerosmith in.
Yeah,
That's
true.
that is Andy's point. So
The
Yeah,
duality.
I get
you
it.
have better cards in general, yeah.
all right, next card. Paru.
We got this girl.
Kazuki.
On play, you may draw one. Choose one opponent's character during this turn. It cannot play backups or events that turn. Oh, fuck. Okay. And then on attack, discard a character. To Icy Tail for 2.
Yeah.
This was part of the post-ban Grisaia master deck.
Andy's note is your best off finisher option. Musashi offers probably more consistent damage, but this card has utility. Turns off opponent's counters, extra reach with the burn, can draw you into a climax when combined with a sensibility to manipulate our top card. The burn effect is even on attack, so it's a standby target too.
No, Mill 2 is just not enough.
Icy Tail 2 is sus, but it is cheap.
The first effect's fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say this card. You play this card because it has the anti backup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Next. Back to Bryant.
Right. Level 0, blue. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, put them back in any order, and it is a climax swap.
Oh, this card's good.
Andy's note is
King
top
from Seven
2
Deadly Sins.
Top 2 works with cigarettes and feeding. This card is like MVP. I play like 2 of it. Like you're a set that wants to like loop combo all the time. Cheese-Root Climax Swap. This is like the first this is the first like instance of this profile, the top 2 rearrange Climax Swap, that has showed up in countless other sets. Kaguya, Seven Deadly Sins. The card is really, really good. It's just a super solid utility profile. It works better in Grisaia because you have stuff like feeding that you want to go off. You see a level 0 on top, you move to the top, you play your feeding, you grab a combo, you combo off in the mid game or in the early game. It's like a climax swap. You never feel bad throwing down because the first effect itself is like fine enough for setting your triggers on a chump turn. So like you never feel bad having this card. Even if you don't have the opportunity to use it, because the first effect has enough utility on its own.
This was like the advent of every set getting a climax swap, I think.
Yeah, this is about the first one. Usually this profile too, like this exact card, has been printed in countless sets, and it is always good. Cheeser is also really hot feature. Next card.
You got 3/2 Sachi. On play, discard a card. Search your deck for an event, add to your hand, and then when this attacks, choose a Grisaia character, give it 1500 power.
Magro Man.
You search the Magro, man.
You do search the Maguro, man.
Oh, the Fish Man.
Yeah.
This is the Fish Man.
She can search the Fishman. It is a valid target.
Yo, Andy's note is no event card good enough to make this worth playing ever. Andy didn't see the spice. Andy missed the spice.
Oh, that's a
Fish Man out of 10.
Fishman Spice, yeah.
Yeah, that is about the only thing I can see. All the other events are like early game cards, or the tap counter. I think this is intended for you to search the tap counter.
That is a card that exists in Grisaia.
Yeah, it is a secret card that exists in Grisaia.
It's one of them Grisassi cards.
Yeah, it's a Grisassi card that very few people play, but it could catch you.
Is it just Jack Bros?
Huh?
Like 2/4? Is it 2/4 Jack Bros?
Oh, it's a 3/4, I think.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, we'll get to it. All right. Next. Paru.
What is this? Is this Stock Soul?
Yeah, the Split Soul didn't exist back then, so Stock Soul.
Okay, so Stock Soul. Oh no, it's this profile. Start of Encore step, sack the climax, salvage a character. Rest this card. Choose one of your characters. It gets 1500 power.
These are fucking unplayable.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Andy doesn't have notes. Every time everybody in the call goes, this shit is fucking unplayable. Every time we get it, Andy goes, it has potential. But even Andy fucking dunked this card. So.
Well, it was good in Superstars because of that same climax.
Yeah.
Another combo.
Exactly.
But that's like the only way that's ever going to be playable.
Yeah, like there has to be another reason for you to be playing that climax in the shitty cards. Because you can only ever plus once. So. Alright,
Yeah.
next.
Level... I think this is me.
Yep.
Yep, level 0. If you have no other characters, this card is a level 1 4500. And when this card becomes reversed, place it at the bottom of your deck.
Andy's note. A 1 of if you want it, but I'd rather fix a different color with the slot.
One of?
It's a fun
Yeah, I think this is like your go-to field
3 to
plus. I think
Stat.
most lists played 3 simply because of the slot requirements. But you'd rather play like 4 anti-heal and shit.
4500's like actually just fucking unkillable.
If this card is in your opening hand, you slam it going first, the card lives. There's very little way for your opponent to out it.
4500 level 1, there's no way.
They have to hit it with like Xi'an Bomb.
If your opponent does out it, they extended more resources than you did to play it. So you're happy. It also fixes blue, which is nice. Vanilla, we don't have to talk about it. More important card that goes with that vanilla is this Chizuru. If this card has a marker, this card gets 3500 power and +1 soul. When this card is placed on stage from hand, choose the vanilla in your waiting room and place a face on it. This card is a marker. Andy's note. My principal has a monster dump truck ass, and I played it first, in all caps bolded. If Kazuki Bomb gets banned and you want Toolsol Beaters and a build not running red, this is your gal. He's right. So if Kazuki Bomb for some reason ever gets banned in English, this is what you pivot to. The vanilla just goes in the slot that you played this card, or whatever your other field plus was, and then instead of the bomb, you just play this Chizuru. It's actually like the most unintrusive, easy way to just play the same strategy after the bomb gets hit. But I don't think the bomb's going to get hit in English, but it is an option.
Nice.
And you get to say, my principal has a fat ass. Which...
Damn. I want to work at that school.
Mm-hmm. This is a 106k
Everyone's pretty
two-soul bomb.
horny in that school.
Oh, yeah? Next card.
Next.
Machina.
Ollie.
It's 1-0. No, this is Sachi.
We saw this profile, didn't we? This exact profile.
For each opponent's character, for each opponent's back row's character, this gets 1500 power. So this is a 6/5.
Yeah.
And then it's hand on core.
Sucks.
Whoa. Play the card we just looked at before you ever played this card.
Yeah.
True.
Next. Paru.
When this card attacks during this turn, this card gets +X power, X equal to the number of opponent's characters times 500. When this becomes reversed, bottom deck it. Oh, fuck. This is terrible also.
Yep.
That's it, huh? That's...
Yeah.
Oh, no, we still got some cards.
That's the card, yeah.
Back to Brian.
All right,
Good
2/1 counter. It has, while it is on the field, continuous all of your other characters get 1000 power.
That's tight.
It's a 3k counter. Choose one of your characters being front attacked, it gets 3k.
This is like
This isn't enough power, huh, to like keep any of your shit up.
Andy says, I like this card a lot in standby. It's either a big backer or a global 1k. I think I can see it. It's not very good.
It's like 2010 card design where like putting like completely effects that like don't work at all with each other on the same card.
The Dolphins card, dude. The Manatees.
This is a Manatee card.
Next card. 2/1 Yumiko. If you have no other characters, this card cannot stand during your standby phase. When this card attacks during this turn, this card gets +6 power, X equal to the number of your other characters times 1000.
It's like slightly better than the TD version.
F.
It's still awful.
Oh, here it is, the Grisaia.
It's a 2/4, you motherfucker.
Yeah,
I thought it was a 2.
I lied.
It's Sachi with the bat. That's a tap counter.
It's Jack Bros.
She bonks you.
Yep,
For
she
being
bonks
horny.
you. B for
B
bonk.
for bonk.
Nice card. IMO, the main appeal is the stock efficient Yumiko finisher. Yeah, you could spicily slot one of these in so that when your opponent asks what counters you have engraved on first deck, you say, one tap counter shuffling back, and then they sweat all game, even though you'll never see it. It's like if you have that like one card flex, you like randomly throw this in to make your opponent play around with something that doesn't exist. Because there's no way
funny.
you have the
It is
slots or the ability to like play this card. So you just like float at 4 stock to scare your opponent. All right. Lightning round. PRs. Level 0 Yumiko. All your other Grisaia characters get 500 power. When you level up, you may pay 2. If you do, search your deck for a character. I love fucking Kontai, yeah. Amine, level 0. During your turn, this card gets 1,000 power, making it 3k. At the beginning of your opponent's attack phase, you may move this card to an empty slot in the front row of your opponent's character facing this card. It's a chaser.
Oh.
It's a 2k chaser. That is fucking garbage.
This sucks.
I'm good.
Yeah,
I thought it was 3K.
I'm good, man. I pass. 1-0 Michiru. When this card is placed on stage from your hand, choose one of the characters, gets 2k.
It's like slightly
Like a playable, yeah.
Okay.
1-0 Sachi. If you have no other Grisaia character, this card cannot stand during your standby phase. This ability activates up to once per turn. When you play an event, give a card 2k. Give this card 2k.
She's rip.
7-5.
Maybe if the tobacco was like a...
I'd rather blow up the school. Next card. 2-1 Machina.
I can't say that in a video.
During your turn, for each of your other Grisaia characters, this card gets 1,000 power.
Oh, fuck.
It's still an F. How many times can we play 2 5s with power? So, you see, it's funny. These 2 5s that have, like, conditions to get power...
2 5s.
Or 2 5s. These 2 1s that do that, the best 2 1s are the 2 1s that are just like, on your turn gets 10k, and they're like 35s. Those are, like, actually playable, and every other one is garbage. Alright, so that's Grisaia. If you want to learn how to play Grisaia, there's really, like... If Andy was here, he'd make fun of me. There's really only one deck. It's the door and the pants deck with all the memory. That is like really the only deck. If you want to learn how to play that deck, we have a deck tech on the Japanese version of it. There's a 3 to 4 card difference between the English and Japanese version of the deck, and it has no bearing on how the deck is played. So if you want to know how to play that deck, definitely check out the description. We'll have the deck tech listed there. Basically, all you do is you either play like 3 of this card, this Yumiko with the boobs that Ollie kept talking about, or this level 0 Michiru, these the 4Ks, these like oversizes. You play like 3 of those in the slot that the Machina Ricky goes in, and then instead of the teacher burner, you probably just play another Musashi. Just play another early play Kazuki, if I can find the card. You just play another one of this. And the deck plays literally exactly the same. So that is what you're going to do. It's a super smooth brain deck. If you like decks to bring to tournaments where you get to like conserve your mental all day, it's definitely like a strong pick. Like you want to like just like, oh, okay, well, like, you know, you want to save your like A game till the end. You're in the early rounds, you kind of get to coast because the deck has such a simple strategy. That is definitely like the allure Grisaia. Because you like just kind of slam the anti-heals, you like stop your opponent from like extending the game while you just like slam soul constantly with stuff like the Kazuki bomb and the Sachi, just that forever. Does anybody have any other thoughts on Grisaia?
How viable do you guys think it's actually going to be?
So, I think it's completely dependent on what we see tomorrow with this ban list, which we're apparently getting.
Oh.
We're recording this on the 29th. We're supposed to get a ban list update on the 30th. If standby randomly disappears, like they do some ridiculous ban, like choose 1, 2 Nino, 3 Nino, like something just like ridiculous, or there's a wider ban list. Depending on the ban list, so long as Quint's movie doesn't exist, I think 2-turn decks have a chance. But once Quint's movie comes out, I think there's no chance for 2-turn decks. I think it becomes really rough for 2-turn decks to make an impact, because like Andy insinuated on this Yumiko, this isn't killing anybody. This is like a sustain card, right? The Yumiko finisher.
Yeah.
And sustain finishers like the Yumiko, like the Kato from Saikano that we already set reviewed that. You guys are interested in that. Those are both kind of like 2-turn sustain, play on my compression kind of decks. Those don't work when the finishers are so pushed and efficient that they can blow you out from mid-level 2. So depending on the way the meta shakes out, depending on the ban list shakes out, these sets might have a chance to shine in the pre-movie Springfest meta. But after movie comes out, I don't even think it matters. Like Itsuki, Ichika, whatever. Those decks are just so gross and can kill you from like nowhere that I don't think it matters. But I think there's a chance. There's a chance. I would love to bring Grisaia to a tournament, dude. I love Smooth Brain Gang.
Yeah, I think this deck has like a good niche as being an anti-heal deck.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely going to be a good trios deck, and then yeah, if it wasn't for like 8-door Quints coming out soon, I think that should be like pretty well suited for the meta.
Yeah, I think that deck being able to just be like, oh, I can't heal, I'll just kill you, like kind of throws a wrench in your strat. But you know, who's to say? I don't think it's a bad pickup at all. I think like if you're somebody who plays like a lot of Weiss, like you have like a thriving local scene, or like you're just looking for a deck to pick up and play, or you love Grisaia, this is like a really easy pickup for you. The deck will literally always be playable. If there is one thing to be said for Grisaia, no matter how dated the deck may be, like in reality, the deck plays smooth as fuck. It is one of the smoothest running decks to ever do it. The deck is a joy to play. It's super easy. The deck just like easily links into everything that it does. Super easy to play. Very like low amount of like mental cycles required to your normal game plan, so you get to focus on the edge cases, which is usually the stuff that matters in Weiss. So like the weird shit that happens. So the deck is like always a like decent pick to take. So if you're looking for something that'll like always be pretty resilient, and like if set 2 comes out, you gotta pick up like 4 Machina Rickies and like 2 burners. you don't need anything else, right?
Yeah, I guess that's what I think you can like maybe say is that like if for some reason we never get set 2, you're not actually missing much.
Yeah, so like you literally just pick up this deck and you like just, it's always like a fine thing to pick. Like your local scene says, oh, we're gonna like drive out to the Springfest, and they say, oh, I have Grisaia, and like no one's gonna side eye you for saying you're gonna play Grisaia at a tournament. Like it is a super solid pick no matter what, because the strategy is so simple, smooth, and effective. So definitely a good one to pick up if you're just looking for a new deck. And I think that is about it. Ollie, Paru, do you guys have any shoutouts?
Not today.
Yeah, not today.
All right, upcoming content. We still got to do Sal.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Get me in there.
we still got to do Sal. We still got to do we still got to do Quint's movie, right?
Quint's movie, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And what are the other ones? We got to do.
Did we not do Quint's movie yet?
Not yet.
No,
We just
no,
did set
haven't.
2.
Oh, I okay. Yeah.
We did Kaguya. We did Saikano. We did.
I think that's it.
We did Date Alive.
Now that Grisaia's done.
No, we got to do Bang Dream Anniversary, dude.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Just looming in the background, Bang Dream Anniversary.
Oh, I can't wait for. There's gonna be so much Bang Dream in Springfest.
There is this trial deck too, so like, there's a lot of shit we have to do.
I mean, the demo deck.
Yeah, no. It's
what is it?
The intro deck. It's called
Yes.
intro deck. Anniversary Bang Dream. As if Bang Dream wasn't band gated enough, now you have the anniversary trait to deal with.
Yeah.
Not a single
making-
music support in the entire set.
Mhm.
Okay, but anniversary
cool.
standard, it's pretty poppin' now.
Anniversary standard is pretty sick.
Anniversary standard is about to be the. Well, you can't FTK though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is unfortunately the problem.
Yeah. Well, they banned all the FTK stuff out, didn't they? The
There's still
Dragon Maid. I'm sure there's still
Someone
dumb
will
shit.
find something.
All right. I think that's about it then. Look forward to those set reviews for those 3 sets that we have left. Additional deck techs. I know Andy has things he wants to do with Saya, as he said in his notes, as well as just stuff coming down the pipeline. I don't believe we're doing a tournament recap for New York. Just kind of like the season's over, but after Worlds, we will be doing like our usual meta roundup, looking towards the future, like tier list again. Everybody loves that shit. That is on the horizon.
Can we leave someone's favorite set off the tier list again?
No, we cannot.
That was really
We're not
funny when we
allowed.
banned that.
We were not allowed. Yeah, the people love seeing everything rated. For the most part, things at that end aren't gonna change, so it's mostly stuff above it. But we will definitely be doing that again with a not super large cast, because again, that did not go over well.
You didn't like the 18 people on the
yeah,
call?
the 18 people on the call screaming. Yeah, that did not go over
That was
well.
a little rough.
The
Little
18
rough.
Cowboys.
Yeah, 18 Cowboys down at Dan's Ranch. But yeah, I think that's it. Pittsburgh Weiss Schwarz signing off. We will see you all in the next one.
Peace.
Peace, everyone.